You know what? Happening live! Happening live today! Happening live today! Happening live today! Happening live today! Live! Asabuja! We don't play the show!
One AK-47 were recovered from the enemy yesterday, being 15 January 2026.
Now outside the day when we hear gunshots and shots.
They won't go kill Nnamdi Kanu. They won't go buy Nnamdi Kanu. When you see through to talk, are the activists, are the freedom fighter. I don't tell them, and then they change. Are the warlord.
All the elites of Igbo, they are all cowards. That's the main reason why Igbos, Eastern region governors colluded together, all of them, to proscribe IPOB.
Please, if you are visiting my YouTube channel for the first time, subscribe with us and turn on your notification button.
Hello Biafrans, welcome to Magnetic Gist TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and wherever you are watching us from. Today being 16th of January 2026, we, the Magnetic Gist TV team, is bringing this news live and direct to you. Biafrans, this one is happening in Enugu State. The Biafran Liberation Army, under the command of Gentle Diahu, has entered Enugu State. They engaged the police unit in Enugu State. Those RSX, in Enugu State, they engaged them. And they pied 2 of them, and others ran away. They carted away with their tools and his finger motofa Oku Ihotago. So this one now is happening live and direct in Enugu State, Biafran land.
Happening live! Happening live! Happening live today! Happening live today! Happening live today! Happening live today! Live! Asabuja! We don't play the show! First come, first collect! Oh, DRS! When are they? When I come out? When I come out? When I come out? When are they? When I come out? I'll be live. When I come out? When I come out? What's that? Asabuja! Yes, come on, come on, come on. Asabuja, come. Yes, come. Soldier, come. Soldier, come.
You have a galati Nollywood. This is Nnamdi DRS. Thunder fire devil. Look at them. You have come here to stop Nollywood. To happen Enugu men. Happen Enugu men to work. Happen live. This is Avengers. Avengers squad. Enugu. Thunder fire devil. Well done. This is their discussion.
This is one AK-47 were recovered from the enemy yesterday, being 15 January 2026. We neutralize many of them, but this is the item we recover from them. One AK-47 assault flight.
You can see it is happening live and direct in Biafra land. This one happened. This is the Nigerian army fighting against the kidnappers that are terrorizing the Biafra land. It happened here, and the residents of the area invited the military to come and chase the kidnappers away. But unfortunately, the kidnappers entered into the bush, and they were not able to follow the kidnappers into the bush, just like the way you see it now. They were interrogating the people around there, and they were narrating how the kidnappers did their job and entered into the bush.
Now, who's that be? Outside. Yes. Which kind of guys that live for this town? Yes, the same people. What's it gonna be this far? You see my motor for couple again. I will discharge my motor because I dey fear. You understand? All these are looking at the study ground. They actually because they parade the whole day. I first call my in-law, I call vigilante, those one, I don't know what it is they talk, I tell call my in-law, make carry so there's the call.
So Biafrans, Asabuja is one of the outspoken activities who is not afraid to mention Nnamdi Kanu. He has always been saying that The plan is to buy Nnamdi Kanu, but it's not going to work. Naila is not going to work. They can't do anything to Nnamdi Kanu. Just to listen to him and what he said.
Well, they see what thing they happen for Sokoto now. When we talk now, they go say why we talk. If not for Southeast here now, wahala day. And they see them. If not for Niger Delta, wahala day. Bandits, they go community. Go tell community, say make them pack out from their community. The worst part is they give them 24 hours. And through, then they pack, they come out. Sokoto State, we get military there. So many uniform there. But then they pack out, they come out. No be shown to Nigeria uniform. No be shown to our government, politician and honorable member. You know go where now? Why not the uniform take over the community? Tell the people stay. The worst part, then they pack. They carry load, they come out. Local government chairman no talk anything. The governor no talk anything. And nowhere they go send the message. Now the place where they put Nnamdi Kanu for Sokoto. Now the prison where Nnamdi Kanu they that side, right? They send the message. Wait till me their plan. They won't go kill Nnamdi Kanu. They won't go buy Nnamdi Kanu. When you sit through to talk, are the activists, are the freedom fighter. If I don't tell them now, and then they change. I'll be warlord. The people they busy, they pack, they come out. Or I see the man, see his name, Bello Tunji. His name na Bello Tunji. One man, Bello Tunji, enter community to make all of them pack come out. And the people obey. Because the people know say the government no go protect them. The uniform people no go protect them. Because you know why? All these repentant bandits, repentant Boko Haram that they full uniform. Now when they send them, come to Imo State, come do dirty work, they go kill living woman where they sell akara, woman where they sell off, woman where they sell agidi, people where they go marriage, people where they go program, they go kill everybody. Because that blood of bandits they their body. So if they pose them come Southeast, their duty is to just kill us. You do anything, don't do anything, they kill us. That's why they tell everybody, secure your land, guide your land, guide your community, guide your state, guide your local government, but don't be in a bad way.
The Yoruba woman here is also speaking for Nnamdi Kanu, saying that some Igbo politicians are the ones that are doing all these bad things against Nnamdi Kanu. Just listen to her and hear what she said.
Point of correction. Somebody say, are you Muslim? I'm sorry, I'm not a Muslim. This video now for Igbo people. Anambra, Ebonyi State, Enugu State, Imo State. You guys is ungrateful people. Ungrateful states. Now open your eyes like this. They sentenced to my brother to life imprisonment. Somebody that stood up for you guys. Now never say anything. The only man when he fight for your freedom. It be like saying I don't know the meaning of that fight when Nnamdi Kanu they fight for now. Most of you don't know the meaning because most of you rich, top businessmen, they don't let her exist. Let me tell you. Let me explain it a little. The one I know. Let's talk of Lagos State. In this Lagos State now, if Igbo man offend Yoruba, the way that they take that matter serious, that they take am serious, like say somebody never offend them like that before. Then a man stood up, say fine, make him give una freedom. Now open una eyes like this, betray that man till they sentence him to life imprisonment. Now tell me the years of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, men looking at him, is more than 50 years. They add to that 20 years life imprisonment. If that man come out tomorrow or he come out anytime, if he feels succeed that, if he escape it, still say go dey okay again. It can't be okay, it can't be alright, it can't be fine. You guys are so disappointed. You are wicked states, ungrateful states, hypocrite. You are a betrayer. You come out and say terrorists, bandits, Boko Haram. Are you no more than Boko Haram now? Boko Haram, a terrorist bandit key. The Igbo betrayed. So what is the difference? Somebody that betrayed you. So what is the difference of Boko Haram and Igbo people? You don't know the reason why that man is fighting for you.
Now this guy has already said exactly what people has been saying, that since they incarcerated Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto prison, life imprisonment, that Sokoto prison, the inmates there has turned to Nnamdi Kanu. They see Nnamdi Kanu as the president of those inmates there in Sokoto, and they listen to Nnamdi Kanu. They respect Nnamdi Kanu very, very much in that prison. Just listen to this guy and what he said, because it is true. So many people are saying it. Even the wardens there are saying it as well.
News coming from Sokoto prison about Nnamdi Kanu is impressive, and that is what we want. You know, from the beginning, where Nigerian government gone to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu and they rendition him back to Nigeria, we've seen the trajectory of that case, and we understand that their sole aim is to imprison Nnamdi Kanu. It was not for justice sake, because you can't tell me that the equipment they say Nnamdi Kanu bought to come and overthrow Nigeria were boxers, were phone, were microphones. Those were the evidence they presented that Nnamdi Kanu bought this weapon to come and overtake the Nigerian government, which cannot stand, and they are using this, they are charging him for terrorism. Okay, now you guys have been pushing this. Court have been adjourning this case. I've been adjourning this case all through. And don't forget, Nnamdi Kanu is the smartest guy that they have been born on this earth. Nnamdi Kanu understand that these guys are not ready. What their head bent is how to imprison him. They are not ready to listen to any defense from his own lawyers. And that was the reason why he chose to sack them and defend himself. Not really sack. He sacked some. Why he stepped them aside, and he chose to defend himself. And with that, his voice was able to be amplified, and he have changed he have changed the paradigm. There was a paradigm shift in his own case. Finally, when they discovered that this guy is not going to back down, and Justice Omotosho now decided that he will jail him for life. You want to jail him for life? Show us the law. Where is the law that says you should jail Nnamdi Kanu for life? There was no law. You can't jail somebody on a repealed law. Law where they active again. Law where they don't cancel. You won't use that because say Nnamdi Kanu now. You won't use that, or because he's an Igbo man now. You won't use laws that have been cancelled already. You won't use it against them. It not gonna work now. You say reason I'm that way now. So finally, they've calculated and they know that okay, if they jail this guy, he may go for court of appeal. So how would they frustrate his appeal? Is to take him to Sokoto, as far as Sokoto. Now taking him to Sokoto, the court, they thought when they take him to Sokoto, it will be difficult for him to do what he wants to do. But don't forget that when God is in every matter, no matter how human calculation works, it fails. It's a run deficit when God is in every matter. Okay, now, gradually, Justice Omotosho have succeeded making Sokoto a pilgrimage. It is said that Nnamdi Kanu is welcoming like visitors of all calibers. In fact, Sokoto State now is enjoying because hotels are having a lot of visitors coming, and hotels are making money because of Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu don't turn Mecca. You don't turn Sokoto to Mecca. People are going there to go and visit, or Jerusalem. They are going there to go and visit. It is a blessing in disguise for Sokoto State. Not only that, we were told that they confer the title of the president of the of that prison on Nnamdi Kanu. Imagine, people went there that prison for many years. Nnamdi Kanu will just go there now. They make him president of the whole prison. Do you know what it means? It means that even though if you carry Nnamdi Kanu, put her underground, he will become a leader. If you carry Nnamdi Kanu, anywhere where you place that man, because he's a light, and all the allegations the court is trying to paint it or append it to him, they are all false. So anywhere you place that man, he's a shining light. I'm sure that when they say they want to take Nnamdi Kanu from that prison, the prison chief will feel sad because of what? The kind of caliber of people he never thought he will see in his life, in that his career of being a prison warder, a chief of prison. He have seen them come to him, meet him. That alone gives him, makes him happy that what? There's somebody in this my prison. There's somebody here. So Nnamdi Kanu will continue to shine, regardless of how you feel about it. And at the end of the day, the sham judgment will not stand. If President Tinubu can pardon drug lords, can pardon known criminals, can pardon people who murder people, and then at the end of the day, he pardon them, then how much more Nnamdi Kanu's own? If this Nigerian government, APC government, we pardon terrorists that have killed they are almost about to finish our military. Our military are not complete again. These terrorists have almost finished them. And at the end of the day, when those ones that the military have succeeded to arrest, when they bring them, the same Nigerian government will have a program that called repentant terrorists. They will still free these people to go and continue from where they stop. How much more Nnamdi Kanu? He have never killed anybody. And even in the court, the Nigerian government was unable to present anybody that said it's because of Nnamdi Kanu directives that I kill somebody. They have never. So all of the judgment was premised on his own broadcast. And so if we're going using that broadcast as a premise, then the Nigerian court has no jurisdiction, because where he broadcasted is not in Nigeria. So you see, all the judgment was premised on the broadcast. The broadcasting was not made in Nigeria. It therefore means that he has to be repatriated to where he made that broadcast, and that is where if it is in UK or US that he make that broadcast, now that court go judge, go determine whether Nnamdi Kanu will go to court, or go to prison or not, before Nigerian government will accept or they will repatriate him back to Nigeria. But if not so, the judgment cannot stand. Don't forget, the Court of Appeal give its own judgment. They acquitted Nnamdi Kanu, but the Nigerian court refused to allow this man go with DSS. So you make your judgment, you disregard the judgment, but you want your own judgment to stand. It can't stand now. It's just sharp. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. When I listen to that judgment, me, I know say you no go work because of waiting. Nnamdi Kanu is not that kind of your regular person that you will present. You can't present the idea that has come to stay. This is the storming. I can say this is the storming period for this Nnamdi Kanu. After this phase, you will see him shining. You will see him rising, just like a rising sun. And some of you that are hell bent on seeing him in prison will be ashamed. You will be ashamed. Just as Omo Election just said that very soon the judge that imprisoned Nnamdi Kanu will go begging. He will go begging. So that's why go be. You guys cannot imprison an idea. You only address an idea. You can't imprison it. Do you know how many people supporting Nnamdi Kanu all over the world? You can't bear the pressure. If you are supporting terrorism, you allow terrorism to survive in Nigeria, and the pressure is on you to protect lives and properties of Nigeria. You want to create another one again for yourself. Can you manage it? At the end of the day, what I know of is that APC government will become a story, history, that there was a time a political party called APC ruled Nigeria and so many lives were lost. The party run on terrorism. The party support terrorists to continue and take over the country. So there will be a history of that. History in the making. That's what APC is creating. So continue. And I'm sure that there will be time. Everything has an ending. Thank you for watching. Please do wish to share this video and let it get to everyone, those who like it and those who don't like it. Bye.
This young man here is not happy with exactly what is happening in Biafra land, because according to him, he said that there is nothing like Igbo elites, that all the Igbo elites are cowards. According to him, just listen to him in what he said.
There are one Nigeria, one Nigeria. We are one Nigeria, we are one Nigeria. But they have been playing you over the years, over the decades in Nigeria as an Igbo person. Fools. I said that we have Igbo elites. All the elites of Igbo, they are all cowards. That's the main reason why Igbos, Eastern region governors, colluded together, all of them collided, they connived to proscribe IPOB with the help of Nigerian government to proscribe IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra. As an original Igbo man, you must make sure that you pass this history to your generations to come. Let them understand that Devumai, Guruguru, Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi of Enugu State, William Obiano, Ikmazu of Abia State, and the other idiot in Imo State, they connived to proscribe IPOB. The only hope we have in Nigeria is Biafra. Now, when I don't start these rhetorics of Muslim, Igbo Muslim, that one is even dead on arrival because it cannot strive. That agenda is dead on arrival because it can never work. If you want to practice that nonsense, because I call that religion of hate, that's what you want to bring down to the east. If you want to practice it, go to the west, to the Yoruba land, or go to the north and practice it, because you cannot do it in the east. That particular religion is alien to us. We don't know about it. That's how they breed bandits and terrorists. They will come and we just want to practice waiting. Come and practice it in Igbo land now. Ndoshi fools. The only hope for Igbo man in Nigeria is Biafra. That's the only hope you have as an Igbo man. If you are waiting for P2B to become the president of Nigeria, P2B will not, because that's the sad reality. He cannot become the president of Nigeria. They will not allow him to become. P2B won the last election, 2023. Then what happened? They rigged the election, removed P2B, made him number 3. Then Tinubu became the president. You think they don't know what? You think the caliphate are stupid? You think the caliphate don't know what they are doing? They know what they are doing. They know what they are doing. As an Igbo man, you don't have any hope in Nigeria. The only hope
you have is Igbo, is Biafra. That's the only hope you have. They thought maybe when they have imprisoned Nnamdi Kanu, they have imprisoned, if you imprison him Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, you didn't imprison Biafra. More than 10 times of Nnamdi Kanu will sprout out. The wisdom of Nnamdi Kanu, his ideology, everything is still in us. It's still in us. Original Biafrans, original Igbo person will understand this. Don't get out, I beg.
Nnamdi Kanu, I'm very, very sorry for being disappointing you for a long time. This is the way they talk. Since when we say some especially Igbo brothers, when we say when they go against Nnamdi Kanu, all of them they kolo. If we people Igbo person they go against Nnamdi Kanu, he marry ihe. I just go see one post now on social media. I see say Nigerian army they write something with Arabic there. I don't know what they write for there. I don't want to know the meaning in English. But all I can say is that it is totally rubbish. One Nigeria buku never no. One Nigeria bu no. One Nigeria me and you. That bruba. Yala ya otia we no okuba geba with one Nigeria. What is the connection between Nigeria and Saudi Arabia? They go use Arabic, go write something Nigeria army flag. What is our connection to Saudi Arabia? Yeah, people. Nigeria they have sold Nigeria. Thank God say no be Nigeria be Igbo. May God bless all the Igbos. And if Igbo person, if they go against Nnamdi Kanu, I swear,
guys, I can tell you this thing that Rosie is not even happy with the news flying around that the government of Nigeria is bribing one one organization like that to go and lobby the president of the United States of America so that they will say that Nigeria is a peaceful country, that the Christian genocide is no longer happening. That's exactly what is going on right now. Just listen to Rosie and what he said concerning this particular issue.
Is that the media is just your problem. The media is the problem, and the media has helped to, destroy a lot of people in Nigeria. And I'll tell you for free. Now, yesterday I saw Arise Television, most especially Rufai Osedi, saying that the Nigerian lobbies and the Biafran lobbies. And first of all, let me even appreciate our leader, Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa, Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, for doing the needful. Because of them, the world is hearing about Biafra and it's deeper than what you know. So now, Rufai Osedi was saying that both Biafra and Nigerians are losers. Both Biafra and the Nigerian government they are loser in the sense that the lobby that they are lobbying, and at the end of the day, a lot of people died. So in the sense, he was saying that it's not going to make any sense for we to continue to lobby American, to tell America or whatnot. They were just trying to spill the narrative. And he now said, because of the civil war that happened, a lot of Nigerian was unalived, and he now said in the southeast. Mr. Rufai said, you see, that is why I said these people, they don't tell you the truth. Rufai Oseni was avoiding to mention that Nigeria massacred Biafra. Nigeria massacred Biafra, gone down almost 500 or is it 5 million Biafrans, and he's saying it's Nigerians. And Nigerians lost their life in the southeast. So who are the southeasterners? Is it not Biafra? You see, one thing about these people is they come and spill the narrative. They come and they don't say it the way it is. Can you imagine? He didn't even say the amount of money that was paid to American lobbies, to lobby him, to tell Donald J. Trump that there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria, that Christians are unalived every single day in this country called Nigeria. And Tinubu, as corrupt as Tinubu is making every step to make sure that he bribes Donald Trump, to tell Donald Trump that take this money, but believe in what I am saying. Have you seen the kind of country we are in? But Rufai Oseni, thank God that you people are beginning to talk about Biafra gradually on your studio. You now know that we have an agenda Our agenda is to succeed from Nigeria, which Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze has done on the 29th day of, November 2024 in Lati, Finland. No president of this world can change that. So it is to tell you how corrupt, how evilistic in nature these people can be. The media has been used to destroy every good news about Biafra. That is why I can strongly tell you that anything coming out from Nigeria is lies. They are all deceivers. They are all deceptive. You can't trust Nigeria. Nobody can trust Nigeria. Not even that American president can trust Nigeria. Now, you didn't talk about the North. That there is one man called Bello Turji disturbing the whole northern region. What is Bello Turji fighting for? Nobody knows. Bello Turji was able to ransack a village in the north. Castina. Bello Turji told people of Castina State to pack and leave. Bello Turji has been unaliving people in Castina, in Sokoto. Bello Turji, you did not talk about him, Rufai Hussein. Do you see why I'm beginning to hate you? You are two-edged sword. You don't know where to cut. Today you talk about, because you people don't know. You see, Biafrans, I have to tell you people this for free. Nigerian government does not have eyes in the USB government anymore. They don't know what is going on in USB anymore. That is why they are using every avenue. Can you imagine Tinubu bribing an American sitting president? If Nigeria was a working country, the House of Senate would have voted for his removal immediately. Tinubu should have been arrested. You see why Donald Trump will not leave you. You see why your arrest should be imminent. You are bribing American lobbies to go and tell. So Donald Trump does not know. He doesn't have sense anymore. He does not have sense anymore. So the lobby, the people he sent to Nigeria to come and investigate Christian genocide, they are all stupid. I tell you people that Tinubu is a very corrupt man. I'm not just saying it to get your attention. This guy is extremely corrupt. Corrupt. He's a corrupt man. A man, 2 or 3 days to election, bullion van came into his house. And they said the bullion van missed road. That is Tinubu for you. A man that forfeited $450,000 in America in restitution of his drug trafficking. A man that went to Chicago State University as a man, graduated as a woman. That is the president of Nigeria. And you want this Western world to trust you when you are traveling. And you want, when you present that your nonsense passport, they should salute you. They know you are fraudulent, your president is fraudulent, everything about you is fraud. And that is the way they are looking at every citizen of Nigeria. And Rufai Hussein will sit down, Arise Television will sit down and start telling you how Biafra is lobbying America to hate Nigeria. How is that possible? So you people did not see all the unaliving that General Christopher Musa and Tinubu and Shetima carried out in the southeast to project it to the world. You know, we told you people that you're going to, Nnamdi Kanu told you, you will kill Biafrans, Biafrans will kill you, and in the end Biafra will come. And that is what has happened. You people are very confused. You don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. You said Nigerians were unalived in the southeast. Who are the Nigerians? Instead of you to put the narrative straight that Biafrans were massacred under Nigerian watch, the same people want us to stay together. The same people want us to come together and become one. You see why we cannot be in Nigeria? You see why we hate that country called Nigeria? I personally have pathological hatred for Nigeria. But you see this game that we are playing, we have the card more than Nigerian does. We have the card more than you do. We have learned our mistakes. We have learned our mistakes. We know the direction we are following. If you wake up every morning and you don't pray for Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze and you are following me, you are evil. You must continue to pray for her. Nobody knows what we are doing, and that is why they are frustrated. They are now shooting themselves in the foot to tell you how corrupt the Nigerian government is. $9 million. Do you know what that means? Do you know how that would help your country to grow? If $9 million was put in the education sector or in your hospital sector, do you know how it will boost those places, or put it in the economy of Nigeria? Do you know how it will boost the economy of Nigeria? No, none of you do. But you can attack Rose, you can attack Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Nnamdi Kanu, Simon Ekpa. All of them are all criminals, are all terrorists. You don't fight for what is right in Nigeria. Because why? Nigeria, you are gaining from the evil contraction. You have 2 buildings somewhere in Lagos, Port Harcourt, or Warri, or Abuja. So that makes you to come and attack us, that we are all terrorists. May Nigeria not happen to you. But if it does, then you begin to learn. I'm telling you. You see, one thing I want to promise Nigeria is that you see all these your soldiers unaliving our people secretly, removing their body, taking them to a known destination. Very soon they are going to run. You know, you people don't like to play by the rules. You know, you people don't like to play by the rules. Very soon, all of you will disappear from that place. I'm telling you the simple truth. I don't know how it's going to happen, but God will send angels that will continue to deal with you people until you people leave. Because we have declared we are now a sovereign nation, and we are not going to beg you to leave our land. We have told you people from time immemorial that you see these people that we are looking at from here, they ain't going to release Nnamdi Kanu. But I'm telling you the truth. What is going to release our leader Nnamdi Kanu is coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. You don't know Nigeria until Nigeria happens to you. Chimamanda is crying now, trying to sue the Nigerian Medical Association. What are you going to do? Who is going to listen to you? Do you know how many victories that Nnamdi Kanu has gotten in Nigeria and they pay deaf ear? And that is why we keep telling you people that when you keep quiet for one evil to happen and you normalize it, when it comes to turn against you, everybody will turn away. Why? Because you never call the first one anything. You think because it hasn't gotten to you. And that is the reason why you don't believe in what we are doing, Chimamanda. And now it has happened to you. Has it not happened to your son? I am not happy, and I'm very sad. I was very sad when I heard the news. But you see, one thing you people have to learn about Nigeria is evil. If Nigeria has not happened to you, you will continue to clap to become in one country. But when Nigeria happens to you, you will understand where we're coming from. You see, this thing that they used to say, when when I saw my twin brother's corpse, that was when it dawned on me that Nigeria can never work anymore. That is why I am here. That is why I am telling you people the truth. That is why I will continue to say the way. It doesn't matter. Let them go and put my name everywhere they want. Put my picture. Let them even take it to the Recoveries. It's not going to work because I'm pure in heart. But one thing I'm promising Nigeria, that they're not going to escape us when the time is right. If you don't leave our people, if you don't leave our land, if you don't leave our territory, you will all be swallowed in that country called Biafran land. So Rufai Husseini, it is better for you to shut your mouth up if you don't know what to say about Biafra, or you say nothing about Biafra anymore. You don't know what we have suffered. None of you do know what we are suffering even up to today. Rufai Husseini, I didn't hear you talk about the injustice that they melted on Nnamdi Kanu, the injustice that Lagos State Governor is doing to our brothers by burning their markets, destroying their livelihood, destroying our goods, destroying our properties in Lagos State. You never said any of that. But you are here to call us losers. But you are the biggest loser because you don't know what is coming. None of you do know. You have provoked us to say what we don't want to say. But we can't say anything. We'll keep watching you people while we keep walking behind. You told us to go to court, and we are already in court. So, dear friends, I'm telling you people for free that forget these people. We are dealing with them. They don't know what to do anymore. They don't know who to bribe. They don't know who to bribe. If they can bring 9 million to bribe a sitting president, do you know how many private... In fact, do you know how rich Donald Trump is? Let me tell you people before I end this video. Donald Trump has a White House that is 2 times more sophisticated than the White House of American president. Donald Trump, all the beast is driving as the president of America is his own beast. The Air Force One, he has a plane that is 10 times more sophisticated than that Air Force One. He doesn't use the private jet of America. He does not use anything in security of American president. He provides his own. He uses his own. His own is 10 times stronger than the one that they gave him in White House. That is one this guy is. The most successful businessman all over the world. The most sophisticated building in America, which is Twin Tower, Trump Tower, oh boy, is owned by the richest president of America. That is Donald Trump. That is the man you want to give $9 million. Go to his hotel in Dubai and see that nobody, that is a luxury there, can build such. Donald Trump does not collect his salary as a president. That is the man you want to bribe. But you are here looting and unaliving Nigerians with the whole insecurity you are bribing. You are supposed to be in prison, Tinubu. You and your family, your wife, your children, all of you are supposed to be in prison. Very evil people. You think we are here to look at your face because you are that is how they waste Nigerian money. That is how they destroy Nigerian money. They have this kind of money and people are suffering. 52 students are detained. These people are evil. Your president, your so-called evil president, the drug lord, Tinubu, is evil indeed. Thank you, Biafrans, from here. I will leave you today and I'm going to come back tomorrow to speak to us again. Thank you so much and may God bless you guys from here. God bless you.
Asabuja is not happy because of the insecurity that is still going on in the northern part of Nigeria, how they are buying Christians and how the government is defending them.
Collect the money, settle bandit. Settle bandit for what reason? Waiting in the drag. Waiting they get. They settle them as what? Somebody come out, begin they buy people, they say make they settle them. Somebody come out, begin they kidnap people, enter community, they behead, they say make they settle them. You don't get any resources, no oil. The gold where we hear say they get now within them. Federal government need to fit touch them. Things where we hear say they get now within the state. Federal government need to touch them. Now their own. We will get oil. The Niger Delta will get oil. How many times you don't settle us? Niger Delta will get oil. How much will they see? Will they see anything? Will they see anything? Not be watching night and watching day on and make us for pipe way pass. Watching night and watching day for our property. We want to make us. Not be waiting on to do. If they settle bandits, say waiting they get. At what reason? Somebody they keep it. Somebody they destroy community, they burn hearts. They destroy church, is make they settle them. For what reason? Settle them, see what happen. Nothing we no go see for this country. Now you will be the same to settle. Nothing we no go see. Nothing we no go see. Now such is our leaders. On a follow the cause this thing. On a follow the cause them. Because on a no go stand up and talk. When they give you one contract, give you one thing, you close mouth. When they give you one appointment, you close mouth. Now in the cause them. When they give you one small money, you close mouth. You can kill the messenger, but you can't kill the message. If they settle them, waiting, then they drag. All you na their own. No be we still suppose verse. Now we, Niger Delta suppose verse. Now we suppose verse. The way that they treat us, the way that they do us, now we suppose verse. Bandit today they verse. Now we bring them. If they verse for what reason? Bukhara, they busy they verse. Now we call on her to come. We use on her do any election. Say we hear say that they bring on her because of good luck, Jonathan, to cause confusion, to do this. It consign us. Those people will bring you. Why not face those people? Those people will bring on her. On I don't know their house. On I don't know their Ikunibe house. The meaning of Ikunibe, on I don't know where their mama, their papa, their relative day. The meaning of Ikunibe, where their relative day. On I don't know. One I go use and they worry other people. Why not face who bring you come? We call on her. We go use that resources to settle on her. As what?
This young man here is praising Asabuja because Asabuja is mean in his work. Thank you, Biafrans. Thank you, everyone watching this video. Remember to subscribe to us, Magnetic Dix TV, for we remain the best. This is New Year. Yes, so let there be peace in Biafra land. Let there be peace in Biafra land. We all love you all. Bye.
This one man is ready to die for the Ijaw nation. This one man is ready to give his life for the Ijaw nation. And recently, he made a pronouncement that in his next world, he would love to come from Ijaw so he can be chanting Asawana, Asawana. One man, this man is not an Ijaw man. But it is so shocking that this man carries the Ijaw matter more than most of those people who claim to be defending the Ijaw nation. He got our matter for head pass most of our brothers when they claim said they fight for a John nation. This woman, he is no other person but the first general in Ikwere land. The first general in Ikwere land, who is General Asabuja. General Asabuja, I want to say you earn my respect today. I give you 24 gun salutes. I give you 7 salutes. I thank you for what you are doing for the John nation. I say, God bless you, and you will not die now. You will not die now, General Asabuja. You are doing a great work. What some people cannot do, you are doing it for us. God bless you for standing with the John nation. God bless you for standing by the truth. God bless you for standing and defending the rights of the Ijaw man. Most of our fighters are now into choppings. If we get 2 people, we go begin to do like Asabuja for Ijaw land. We go do like Asabuja for Ijaw land. This nonsense we are saying, we will not see it. We will not see it. Asabuja, thank you. God bless you. God keep you. God protect you. And God keep your family. Dirty water, God keep you. God keep you. God keep you. You are doing very great for the Ijaw nation. It's also my prayer that in your next one, you come from Ijaw land. So we can be chanting as a one up together. You are doing a great work. But Governor Sim no go see this kind of people. Governor Sim no go see this kind of people. Rather, they see those who go collect money for a hand, put for their pocket without even spreading it, allow the money to trickle down. Governor Sim, people working for you are starving. They know if you chop, no food, no water, nothing. But the people where you appoint as local government chairman became big boys overnight. But those really working for you are working for you in empty stomach. Governor Sim. Governor Sim, release money. Release money for this fight. Governor Sim, I beg you, release money for this fight. Release money. Make men see money. Make men see money. I beg you in the name of God. This is the accountant where he be. I think he's really having an influence over you. Release money. I've never seen a situation where a serving governor will be a stooge. You don't tell now. For over 2 years now, they appoint as SS for you. They appoint commissioners for you. They appoint PS for you. They appoint directors for you. What do you even appoint? What chairman you no get? Just because of what? He dey loyal. Governor Sim, bring out money. Bring out money. You go say some assembly boys, no matter what they take, no matter the oath where they take, they go move to come in a direction. Oga, we don't take oath. Oh. We don't take oath. Not the oath they do. If you be assembly member and you think they do an oath, come and go spoil that oath. No fear. That oath will go crush them. We will go destroy that oath. That oath where you go take. You know how many oaths we don't take? Find out from people who know us. We don't take oath, take oath, take oath, take oath. Take oath, but the oath don't do anything. No fear for any oath. We go spoil the oath. If the fear come personally, I will spoil that oath. Because you cannot be used. Because I know you are going to be dumped later. Asabuja, God bless you and thank you so very much. Keep the good fight.